Good morning, everyone who is watching live, and good morning or good day to anyone else. How was your first day of Inktober, guys? Let me know in the comments. And I see that there are a few people already in the in the chat, and I have today a little bit better look at the chat. I'm not sure if it will work this way. But we will see. Let me know if you can hear me well, if you're ready to start sketching. Yeah, loved your sketch from yesterday. Oh, thank you, Bianca. So good to see you again. Goedemorgen. Oh, so good. Yeah, so today we have a different sketch. Oh, before I start to talk about sketching, let me introduce myself to people who don't know me yet. Hi, I'm Julia Henze, an artist, urban sketcher, and your guide on this creative journey. I'm also the founder of Brave Brush Studio, a supportive community where amateur artists like you can unlock their creativity, have fun, and grow together. And yeah, today is the second day of Inktober, and I'm very excited. And before we start sketching, I want to say a few words about this video, about these live streams. First of all, I want to keep it short, not longer than 20 minutes, between 15 and 20 minutes, so we can keep up with this Inktober challenge, and it will be doable for everyone. As for the prompts, I don't use any official prompts. I use my own references, and if you don't have them yet, you can or just look at the screen and draw with me. But if you want to have them a little bit bigger, you can download the PDF. Use the link under the video to download the PDF, and then you can see it much better. As for materials today, I'm going to use this Ellington pen. Yeah, I have a few of them, and they sent it a few days ago, or I received it a few days ago. It's a new pen, and if you are wondering what is the difference with the old one, this one is made from wood, and yeah, it feels very nice and natural. So it's a fountain pen, and I'm going to use this Leutrum. I don't know if I pronounce it well. Leutrum sketchbook, and it's a sketchbook with smooth paper, and it's quite important to have smooth paper when you draw with ink. It works much better than with rough paper. So I'm not prepared. You either, I think. But today, why I want to use this fountain pen today is because we are going to focus today on varying the line. If you use fine liners, for example, you can't vary the line that much with them. But what you can do is use two different thicknesses of fine liners, okay? Yeah, I would say let's start sketching, and let me see if it works better today than yesterday. Yeah, can you see? Can you see my desk now? Hope you can. Let me know before I start sketching. I'm going to sketch on the same page, or not on the same page, but on the same. Oh yes, you can see. You can see my desk. That's perfect. The same page. So Yeah, let's start. So today's reference is a reference. I thought maybe if you see it, then you think, okay, I can draw it in 2 minutes because it's so simple. But let's try to make it a little bit more complicated than you can usually do. So don't draw just one stick with a few um, leaves on it. Oh, I don't draw the hand, by the way. I just focus on the branch itself and try to make the. I start with the longest line, as we always do. Largest shapes first, and then we can add the leaves and all the details we want. And I press a little bit harder here and there to create a little bit more interest in the line. And I don't see the end of this branch, but I think it would be something like this. Okay, maybe a little bit longer. And I start with a leaf on the top, and here I can vary the line in a different way, and I don't care about the exact shape of the leaf. It's not very important, so try to keep it like right so it looks like this branch and not as another branch, but we don't need to make it 100% the same. The length of the leaves could be important. You can skip some parts sometimes. And here sometimes you can press a little bit harder. This is what I mean by varying the line. The leaf on the other side. We can start with the direction, with giving it the direction, and then add the more detailed parts. And I leave this, no, I can actually draw it right away. Okay, the next one will be even bigger. Let's draw that. It ends somewhere here. And I press harder on my pen when I want to create a thicker line. Not too hard, of course. I don't want to ruin my pen. I just create a little bit thicker line. And here I want to stop actually because I see that the leaves cross each other. So I draw this part, and here I will draw the next leaf. By the way, it's not important if we draw all of them. Maybe they don't fit all, but it's not a problem at all. Let's just try to draw something recognizable. We create an impression. I always say, when I teach my students, I always say we are not trying to create the exact picture, because if you want to do that, just grab your smartphone and yeah, you have a photograph. That's much easier. takes not that much time. But if you want to draw, if you want to create something your own sketch, you create your own interpretation. And we also can start adding the, I don't remember the name, the nerves or the yeah, the lines along on the leaf, these veins. And I do it with the other side of my pen because it creates thinner lines. And if you draw with a fine liner, for example, you can use a thinner fine liner. If you used a thicker one for these leaves, you can use a thinner one for this. For the veins, I don't know, I forgot the word for it. And here. Maybe a little bit more darkness on one side for suggestion of a shadow. Here also, it creates a little bit more tension in the picture, and that's good. Okay, the next leaf. You know, if they are all the same, then it looks boring, and we don't want our sketches to look boring, right? So we need to find the way to make them more interesting. The next one, they are more, a little bit more parallel to the ground, not exactly yet, but let me see. I think this will be the direction. So, and as you can see, we can actually make any picture, any scene that we see, any object, we can draw in a very simple way with a few details, and then it takes not that much time to draw it, but we also can make it very complicated. So it depends on how much time you have. Sometimes you can choose to draw it in a more detailed way, but for a challenge like this, for 30 days or 31 days of drawing, I would suggest keeping everything very, very simple. And I see some people on Instagram creating very detailed, very complicated sketches, and I don't think they will be able to keep up with this challenge, because it takes so much time, and you need really a lot of time to have every single day to draw, and I don't know if they all have that time. So we will keep everything simple. Or in this case, the branch is quite simple, so we can make it a little bit more detailed. So you can, of course, draw it much faster and don't add all this or make the leaves less detailed. And this one. So it's your choice, but what I mean to say is that drawing is not all, it doesn't always mean that it should take a lot of time. Sometimes, especially with a watercolor, for example, because it dries quite a while, you need more time to paint. But with a pencil, you can draw every day without any problem. Okay, let's add some details, some shadows, maybe a little bit darker lines. Pressing harder on my pen. And here maybe a little bit more. For the interest. This is also a great exercise if you just want to warm up, or maybe to practice drawing lines. Practice a variety of lines. Yeah, I think I'm almost done. Maybe add just a little bit more shadows here and there. And then it shouldn't be masterpiece. I say it every time. We're not creating a masterpiece, we are practicing here. And some days will be better, and some days will be maybe yeah, less good for sketching, but we are practicing. That's the most important thing. Okay. I think we can stop here. I add just a few lines on this side, and yeah. Okay, so it looks a little bit different than our reference photo. Maybe, yeah. But you can recognize it, and the most important thing is that we have practiced. So I see. I see some comments. Thank you guys for drawing with me, and I really hope that we can keep up with this challenge. And I hope to see you also tomorrow. Let me change. Yeah, change the video. Yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow again. Same place, same time. And tomorrow we will draw something different, a little bit more complicated, but I will show you that it shouldn't be that difficult as you think. It will be a very beautiful door in Portugal. And yeah, if you post your artworks, your sketches on Instagram, don't forget to use the hashtag Julia Henze _Inktober, so I can see your sketches. And I saw a few yesterday. Guys, you are really amazing. I'm so happy to see all of your sketches and all your comments that you sent me. Thank you so much. Yeah, I see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.